Sweet. Okay. Yay. I am having a glass of wine to celebrate the good news. My dating sim program is finally working, and I'm going through and doing some cutting back on some stuff. Yeah, it's not pink. I can set it to pink, but it's more aesthetically pleasing, but it's missing. Pink is more aesthetically pleasing, but it's kind of hard to read, mainly because it's missing things like integer could be like highlighted. That way I know that's an integer, and some of these things are hard to read. And we're gonna jump back to the other one, unless someone asks for that one. So we're gonna just go with this one for now. Just so we can do a quick overview of how this is walking. How is this walking? Well, it's walking exactly like I wanted it to, but it wasn't. Because I broke the loop didn't need to exist. I was trying to make game loop. Game loop wasn't looping, or didn't require the loopage. Didn't require the looping of the third power, third degree. Didn't require looping of the third degree. Okay, so anyway, this is my debugger. My debugger basic bat file that activates the script, and that way I have information. Then we have the Dating Academy py, and that calls to internalize the app. Here it makes the app. Then here it creates window using app in the window. So we make the window size, width, height, or no, position, which is just left 0, 0, so it'll always be in the corner. Size is, width and height of monitor, which I don't really have, which is just what I use to stream, which is why I'll always take up the whole screen. I need to adjust that maybe, or do something about it. But for right now, I just want to make it where it plays. So we got the window title, which is, Dating Academy, yada yada. We pull the icon out of the ICO images in one of these. I have like a folder with the images, data file, icon. So it pulls that one, and it applies that, and then it makes it show, and yada yada. Then it returns the window back to Dating Academy. Dating Academy goes through window info through here. Because we sent in app, we pull out win info. Win info goes then into game loop, which really isn't even a loop anymore. So we initialize it. This is where all the heavy lifting is. Like if we look here, this just calls the dating thing in debugger, and then there's like this only calls win and loop. The actual game file only calls win and loop. So win, and it returned. Then it went to loop. So now we're in loop. And then loop will go to scene selector. And then scene selector will eventually, or then it'll call scene loader. And then scene loader will call scene data. Then that returns the scene loader to give us our scene info. So we imported our win. Window. Hold on. No musics. Hold. Yeah, we've imported a window. Then we just, scene selector. Scene selector's like, okay, you don't have a scene right now, so your main menu, obviously. So that's how that works. Then if, when we're in main menu and we have to select scene later, it'll go to Act 1. And then this pulls options from buttons later, which we'll get into later. But anyway, then we pull the scene info. So, we're on main menu scene info. So it pulls from the scene selector, main menu, or no, not scene selector, scene loader. It goes to scene loader now, main menu. So we're doing scene loading based on current scene as main menu. We full set everything to like nothing, else our variables can't be put back in. We have to like reload, clear the values for new values to go in later when we loop. We get the main menu stuff here. So if current scene is main menu, which it will be because we've just started it and it's blank, so it chooses main menu by default. It'll, get the scene, layout, background, now midground. I added midground. Then foreground, title, subtitle, story, option 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons, which I need to add an option 5 for the ending, because there's 5 endings and things, and I don't have it set up correctly to do the scoring just yet. So we're just going to do that by buttons for now, until I eventually get that rigged, which may not happen on this game. That may be a new feature for the second game, and this one may just be a choose your own adventure. Maybe. Right now I'm just trying to get things loading. So that loads all the main menu stuff, where, like LF, current scene is Act 1 or Act 2, Part 1, Part whatever, Option 1 or 2, or Act 3. But anyway, then it prints the information here. Then it does the debugger, which also prints the information. Why do I have it do it twice? I don't know. I could actually, delete that. That's wasted code. Then we have the return. So then the scene loader, or hold on. If we take a look at this, where it's pulling the scene data from is scene data, main menu, and that goes scene data, main menu dictionary. This is a dictionary file, and it holds all the data for our scene loader, or for our scene information, names, image, locations, text, layout information, which will come up right next. So we pulled the data out of this, using the scene loader. We pulled the scene data out of the scene data, and then we are shipping it back into loop. So we've done scene selector, which then gets us our scene, which goes into scene loader, which loads the data from the scene data back into loop, which really, this isn't even loop. This is just initialization. Loop is actually trigger loop down here, where it actually goes around and around and around through that one. And that's only when clicked. So it's really not even a for or even a while loop. It's just, we're just looping the code, really. But anyway, we've got the scene info. It comes back through as scene info. Then the scene info, we gather right here, we pull the scene, the selected scene, which is now the new scene from, scene info, and we also pull the scene layout, which is the second item in the dictionary, out of the tuple of scene info. And now we have the layout information. So we call the layout loader. And the layout loader goes, oh, main menu, you want the main menu layout because it's slightly different than layout 1. Which layout 1 is just like one button. Layout 2 is 2 buttons. The layout main is different from layout 1 because the button is slightly higher and title text is lower and stuff like that. So it's like more in your face in the middle of the screen. So we load main. We load the layout main. So we pull all this data from another dictionary. This one's the layout data, and we pull out layout main dictionary, and this is where we get the title position X, Y, title size X and Y, title color, title font, title text size, and then we do that basically for subtitles, story, text, and button 1, 2, 3, and 4, where button 1, 2, 3, and 4 have a special show and hide feature, which actually will hide or show depending on how many buttons I want, which is why we have layout 1. Layout 1 here only shows 1 button. Layout 2 shows 2 buttons. Layout 3 shows 3 buttons. And so on and so forth. So there's still a little bit of process to getting that data correct to get the buttons where I want them, but it's a work in progress. Anyway, we've pulled the data out of the layout data back into the layout loader, and from layout loader it gets it gets shipped back. It gets returned back to the loop, which really isn't the loop. It loops here. It comes back around here, but not really the loop. Anyway, so and it's like, okay, now we got the layout information. So now we get the window. We have the scene info and the layout info. We're gonna use the window and apply the scene information and the layout information through the GUI loader. So we get the GUI builder here, and what the GUI builder does, it starts at the bottom, and it takes in the data. It takes in win, takes in scene information and layout info. Then it unpacks scene info. Then it unpacks into, because it's packed tuple. It's packed as a tuple. That way it goes through as one big long strand of data, all the information we have. So we got to unpack it back into its base parts in order of which we packed it. And then we do the same thing for the layout information here. So the layout info gets depacked. And I have a little thing here to print so I can see it in the debugger, what's going through the system. It helps me track where it's breaking, but I probably don't need it anymore, but I'm gonna leave it there because whatever. Then we gotta convert all this information, all these numbers, when it went through the tuple and got pulled back out. Numbers that were once integers got turned into strings, or maybe they're always strings because they're in a dictionary. They're probably always strings, but now we can pull those string data and we got to convert all that string data into integers, which are whole numbers. And so we convert all this information into whole numbers. Title pose x equals title, or int, int. We run it through the int converter. The information of title post x, and it will go through and equal title post x int. That way it's a different name and it's the same thing. And we do that for all the positional data. All the positional data for all the text and buttons. And then we can load the background, the midground, and the foreground by pushing in the win and the images for the background, middle ground, and foreground. Those get pushed way up here, which we'll get to in a moment. And then after the, all the background, all the image data has been pushed through, we start calling, I don't have a lot of text here. There's supposed to be like text for all this, what everything is, but I don't yet. It's still a work in progress. Anyway, then we call create text, title text, widget. Then we do the call create subtext widget, create stored text widget, create button option or option 1 button widget, and option 2 button widget, option 3 button widget. Anyway, we get all the widgets pushed through. So I'm gonna go up here. Let me see if my computer's done overheating. Okay, I can probably turn those fans off. There we go. So, background, we pull in the window, and we got the background image. You got a widget. We do the Qt widget thingy with the win and make a label. So, we take the window. We apply a Qt widget's Q label, and we now have the label for background. Then we set the geometry of the size and position, or position and size. Then we load the image into a pixel map right here for background, with the background image going through Q pixel mapping. And this has scaled content. That stuff don't even work for me right now, I don't think. That's worth testing. Maybe that's what fixed it. I'm gonna run something really quick. Give me a second. Running the debugger. Nope, it's good. Okay, so that don't work. That legit don't do nothing. Just wasted space in the code. Okay, so anyway, we create the pixel map. We set the pixel map then to the label, and then we show the label. And by showing the label, we've created the label, we've applied the image to the label, and then we show the label. So that goes through. We do that for background, midground, foreground. Now, title text is a little different. I have the background, midground, and foreground to reduce the size of the tuple. And because these things don't move, and they'll always be static to the size of the screen, I just kind of put the data in already as is, and some text data for buttons, text size, color is already there. But anyway, the title text is going to use the window, as always, and this goes for subtext and story text as well. We get the text through this text here, which was actually imported through the scene data, through the scene loader. Then we have the title pose of X and Y, which has been converted to integers from their other thing. Nope, my computer's overheating again. Yeah, well, maybe tone that down a little. Title size of X and Y, title color, which doesn't really matter, title text font, which I like Georgia because it's the best, and title text size integer, which would just be the size, but none of that really matters. I got a little bit of debugging data here that tells me that's going through and that the information is correct. But we do the win into a Qt widget Q label for the text, which I call a LBL for label text thing. That way I know it's a label. I set the geometry to the position and size. Set the text. Text gets set to the title text, and then the style sheet is title text colors. Set align to center using Qt core, which that's a little bit special. I had to get import Qt core to use the set align Qt core.qt.align center, but I could do align right or align left. I think there's another one. Then I do the font. I got a Qt font where I get the font and the instant size push through. Then I do the show. So that's how all the text works. Now the buttons are a little bit special. I get the window, then I get the text, then I get the positions and size. But I got viz, which is my thing, which is my variable for visibility. Morgan Freeman. I've gained the ability of invisibility. I may only have a measly shiv, but I have evolved to gain the ability of invisibility. Yeah. Anyway, so if this equal to show, we set button to show. If this is equal to hide, we set button to hide. So if we look at the layout data, if we are loading the main menu, the only button that's going to show is btn1. btn1 viz show. btn2, 3, and 4 viz is hide. Where if we're loading layout 2, we'd have btn1 and 2 as show and btn 3 and 4 as hide, as seen in this little area behind my head, I think. Sometimes I'm in the way. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it there, I'm sure. Okay. I gotta remember my big fat head's in the way. Anyway, these are the buttons. So what the buttons do is, like usual, we set the Qt widget to the window. Then we set the geometry to the position and size. Then we set text to story text, button. What am I looking? I'm not looking at the right one. Same thing, whatever. Sorry, buttons. Button is a Qt widget Q push button. And we set the text as usual. Then we set geometry to position and size. Then we set the style sheet for text color, set font to Q font, text font, and text size. I just use a basic thing up here because why bother with it? Because it ain't going to change. Or at least I don't want to bother with changing it yet. It's not a big thing that changes a lot. So we're almost done with reviewing the code again. But here's the biggie. The button clicked .connect. It triggers the clicked option 1, which goes up here, which is clicked option 1. And then button 2 will have clicked option 2, which, clicked option 2. So looking at clicked option 1, a lot of debugging data, a lot of debugging print that says basically selected option is equal to option 1. And then to trigger the trigger loop in game loop with the pushing through the new selected option. So selected option goes through as the picked option, and we have the global data of the window and scene selected and selected option. So we basically rename the selected option on global data to the selected option on GUI builder. That triggers game loop. Selected, then we hold on. Then we do everything that we do in the other one. We do the scene selector to get selected scene. Then we do scene loader to get scene info. Then we check the scene info for layout and the current scene and all that for the selected scene to make sure that we're on the right selected scene. Because the selected scene changes, sort of, kinda. Or no, selected option. Oh, sorry. That selected option. The selected option, it goes to selected option, which is not the same as selected scene because that's something different. We go through the scene selector to do that. See, selected scene, say we're in main menu and we have selected scene, current scene is main menu. The current selected scene is the main menu. Then we have if selected option is option 1, meaning we hit button 1, then it selects scene, then selected scene will be switched to act 1, and that's where it's getting all the new data from and all yada yada. Anyway, scene layout, data, layout info, and this goes all back on the GUI builder. And that's when we loop. So, biddy doop. Okay, so we got the main menu. Click a button. Like, wake up, idiot, we'll be late for our false course, yada yada. It's 6 a.m. Bedroom. You woke up by a familiar voice, yada yada. Do I tell her to go away or let's go? Anyway, go away. Like, something, running late for class. Great job, moron. Anyway, Pleasant Day Academy. Front gate. You can't even read it. You can't even read it because the thingy, that's not the correct size, which I need to fix the text sizes to be wider. Also, that's too low. I need to move that up and widen it, both of them, where it's not in her face. And I kind of want to increase the size of this button because it's the only button. So I want a little bit more text because I want, if this is the only button, I want there to be more text. Where it's if I have multiple buttons, I'll have a little less text. And you kind of have to go with your gut. But the thing is, we can't really read this. Even if it wasn't cut off, we can't really read it because all the stuff behind it. So what I want to do tonight is... Oh, also, I can't crash this this no longer crashes. It no longer crashes. It just hits a dead end. So that happens now. So it's a little more stable, but also it doesn't go anywhere. And it just kind of freezes up. So that's an issue. So looking at game data, we have we have our icon here. A little icon of DA that pops up in the corner when we play. DA. Katame. DA. DA. Yes. But we also got our images for. I got a placeholder to just hold space, just to hold places in the images. But what I want to do is I need to take a few measurements of where I put the text, build some boxes, and try and like figure out like how big, how wide the boxes need to be, and give them like those really nice how do I explain? Going over to my Twitter. Here we go. If I just bring my Twitter in here. Right there. Right there, that text box right there. That's what I want right there. It's like I want a text box so you can read it. And like yeah, that's what I want to do. Like that's from like December 1st. This is when I was first getting the idea for this. We are now on January 7th. Anyway. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna add a text box, I think. Oh, I'm gonna change the music because we're gonna get into some art stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's walking. I need to pull some data first. So, like, Act 1 uses layout 2. Layout 2. Hold on, let me pull up a. Hold on. No. I need a calculator. It pulled it up on the wrong screen. What else? Oh. There we go. Calculator. Okay. Change the music. Hold on. Good enough. Okay. So, our window size is 1280 x 720. So we're doing 2. I need layout data. 2, 2, 2, 2. 1080. 1080. Or 1280. If I did 12. 12? To 12? Okay. That works. 12. 12. And we're gonna copy that data to this one for 0. For 0. We're gonna leave the positional data on the height alone. Oh. I wanted to make buttons bigger, but that'd do things. Like, I want to do 512 buttons. Hold on. 512. at 256, 512. 352 minus 256. 352 minus 256. No. 352 minus 256. 96. 96, and because this one here is pretty much centered, minus or plus 16, that one should be fine. So now we're gonna see bigger box on scene 2. No. Bigger boxes. Big box. Big box game. Bigger boxes. That's one improvement. Now, okay, see, that one didn't change at all. Okay. Because, you know, that was like option 1. So this one stays the same. This one's different. This one should be different. Yep, there it is. I don't know. Well, that might be fun. It's like, you can't even read it, can you? Haha! Okay, anyway. It's like, oh, yeah. So, start game. Okay, Dating Academy. A generic dating sim. Find romance today. Start game. 6 a.m. bedroom. You woke up by a familiar voice. Toby. Wake up, you idiot. We'll be late for our false course. Let's go. Okay. 6:55 a.m. You're before class. Yay. Pleasant Day Academy main gate. You and Toby enjoy the walk to school. Toby. So, you want to hang out after school today? You can't even read that, can you? It's like, I don't know. Then that might be fun. And I don't have it set up, but I wonder where it's like, I don't know. I want her to take offense to I don't know and have like an extra part. But I accidentally made it where it skips straight into Act 3. And I technically want all of that to be Act 1 continuing, and that's why I gotta go back and... Right now, the scene selector. The scene selector and the scene loader uses common values, sort of. But they have different events that they handle. Which means... And then I have to type them all in by hand. Meaning the values in one have to match the values of the other. For reasons. But also... If I go through, like, changing act numbers, I have to do it to everything. Because the scene data, I gotta rename, like, almost everything. All of these, because it's like scene data, Act 3, Act 3, Act 3, Act 3, 3, just to pull all the data from this and decombobulate it. I wonder, could I? Maybe. Shouldn't I? Why am I pulling it out individually? Why ain't I just shoving it in a tuple to begin with? Now I'm wondering if I'm stupid. I might be stupid. Why? If it's gonna be jammed into a tuple to begin with, Let me just test tuple test act 3 equal scene data. Hold on, scene data 3. Print. And then we just print it. Tuple test 3. Tuple test act 3. And I want to just make it really clear that this is what we're doing. Yeah. Tuple test. Okay, so now we gotta activate act 3 really quick. I might be stupid. I might be wasting like hundreds of lines of data. Perhaps you forgot a comma. Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you, great wise computer. Okay. Boo. 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 Act 3. Tuple test. Tuple test. Tuple test. I am wasting hundreds of lines of code because it's gonna be jammed into a tuple to begin with. Bro. Just whoa, dude. It's already a tuple. Oh my. If it's already a tuple, why am I doing why the tibble? Tib. Oh, you tuple. So if I do that, the debugger. This debugger's worthless. Bro. Bro. I'm gonna do something really crazy. I have like 114 lines of data here. Hold on. I got 40. From 40 to 113. Retone. I don't. Everything here. This is worthless. Watch this. I'm crazy. I'm doing it. I was at 114 lines of code. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, bruh. Bruh. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. No. Wait. No. Wait. Please hold. Please hold. No. Return. How do I do return data? Return value selected. What am I? Scene info is equal to scene info. Scene info. Scene info. Scene info. Have to match. And we do an equal to. And I gotta do it. Oh. Bulp. Okay. I'm gonna get to drawing in a minute. First, I just... Bro. Oh, yeah. Okay. Delete all that. Delete all that. Delete. 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 No. Hold. 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 Okay. Then it drops back. And... no, that's important. That should clear my values. Okay, run. Do tubals walk? Tubals. Scene data pull. No, no, no. Is it not a tubal? What's the tibble? Tubal. Single var from tubal. Scene info 0. How is it not a tubal? Give me tibbles. Damn it. I can copy and paste it in a minute, but I know this can do a thing. Because scene loader returns to loop pool, which pool, scene loader 31, scene, yeah. This one, so scene info, let me just try a thing, hold on. Scene info. I want to print it. Print. Oh no. Da da da. No. No. Yeah. Okay. Okay, doc. That'll crash. There we go. Scene, main menu, layout, main menu. No! Okay, I did need all that, so. Okay. Guess what? I need all that because it's still a dictionary. It's still labeled as a dictionary. I'm sure I could do it with values. Okay. I can't quite do that just yet. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. I know I can get that to walk, and it'll save so much code, and this would be so much less of a mess. I know I can do it. Wait. There's still stuff that I deleted. Get the debugger and that. Okay, yeah, okay, we're back to normal. So close. I was so close. Hold on, I gotta tone some stuff. I gotta tone this heater down. Okay. Let's close out some of these debugging windows. Okay, we're gonna get into the art now. Run. Okay, it's all working again. But I can pull the dictionary through somehow as a tuple, or even maybe as a dictionary, but I don't know. But the problem is it can't, like, decombobulate. Which is why I have all this information here. This here deconstructs the dictionary. Those deconstruct every dictionary. Each one's set to a different dictionary for deconstructing. I know there's a way I could do it lesser. If I pull a whole dictionary through and then deconstruct the tuple. If I pull a whole dictionary and then deconstruct said dictionary at the bottom by value, then I only need one decoder. Because right now I have like 5 decoders. I can make one decoder. Yes. I'm gonna try and make one decoder. And then start sending tuples through. Okay, so what I need right now is, where is layout loadout? Loader, layout data. Layout data. Data. Okay, title pose to 512 at 64. So let me just look at what I'm doing here, because these are going to be important numbers. So 512 at 64, right there, goes like from here to there or something. So okay. Title pose is 512 in. I want to make that 256. 256, which means I want to increase this size by 512. Where's my calculator? Hold on. I should have a physical calculator like right next to me, but I don't. I don't know where it keeps disappearing to. Okay. Close. Pull. So 384. 384 plus 512. New no, oh no. Yeah. 384 plus 512 is equal to 896. 896. These are gonna now be 896. 896. Control C, Control V, there and there. 256, 256. Because text is centered, this don't matter. Subtitle, title pose 64. Why are there so this? No. Bro, no. The title pose and the subtitle pose have the same Y pose coordinate, which means they overlap. Why? Why? Somehow it's this one, isn't it? No, it has to be that one. Whatever. We got numbers. We have numbers of 8, 9, 5, x 64, at numbers of 2, 5, 6 by 64. Okay, so we gotta open GIMP. Today's gonna be a long stream because I wasted time, but also because I'm gonna show my creative stuff that I do sometimes. Like I do mathematical formulas for this for a reason. Like, we're gonna need a new image, new at 1280 by 720, 720, okay. Bam 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 ba. Okay, we're just gonna do black on the back because that's not important, and then we add yo, bruh. White ground, white as our numbers, and we already got offset. Nice. Okay, so 8, 9, 5 by 64, height, offset, x, 256, 256 by offset height, 64. Okay. Behold. And that is wrong. Export as mid. Yeah, it's just very mid. And I want to export to desktop. It's very mid. Export to desktop. Okay. Export. Now, that's one. I want to do another one. Hold on. Hold on. This I want set to 50% transparency, and then export again. Export mid dash trans like trains. Export. Going. Export. Xpoot. Okay, got it. So now we got one that's transparent and one that isn't. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these. Copy. Not into that. We're actually done with that, kind of, but not really. Game data. Images. Post. So, the data of what is based on scene data. Scene data, act 2, layout 2, mid-ground, we already got mid-ground. Mid-ground is Toby the tomboy. Foreground, we have set to layout 2. So hold on. Which means this will be used double. So I'm going to rename this one. Control V. Layout2.png. Uh-oh. I accidentally had both of them selected. Hold on. Nya, 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 nya. Okay. So, now we have... Yeah. Do. No, it didn't load. It's supposed to be right there. Go away. Go away. Ah! No. Why? Hold. Please. Wait. What? Layout. It renamed it again! Bro! Quit renaming! Somehow I selected both of them again and I renamed both of them again. Okay, layout 2. Electric Boogaloo. Okay. There. And look, it is completely wrong. It is completely wrong. Why are you so wrong? You're not... That isn't quite right. That text ain't right. Well, the text is right. The text box isn't right. But anyway, you see, it helps with the looky look. Helps with eyeball for decoding, encoding into memory through eyeball. My rods and cones, Jerry. My rods and cones are all messed up. I could have swore that tomato juice was milk, Jerry. Okay, but you know, it blocks a lot of the stuff on the screen, and I don't like it. I don't like that. So I got to do. That's why I made 2. Okay. So, images. Okay, I'm gonna delete that one. Delete that one. Reopen this one. Open. Rename. Go. Change the music. Oh no. Yeah. There. You can almost read it. I think I need to go with a 66% for maximum readability over slight transparency. So, GIMP should still be open. I'm gonna go 66%, which is two-third. Okay, export mid-trans, export, replace, export, and it just isn't lined up. So I'm thinking, why is it not lined up? I know it's not lined up. Why isn't it lined up? Oh, I was looking at main menu. Looky. Input layout. Look at my debugger. Debugger. Layout info. So this is layout 2. Here's the information. 40, 16, 1264. Guess what that means? We are so off. Let me rewrite this info. So 40x16. 40x16, and the is 1200 x64. Okay, hold up. We're redoing it. Close, delete layer, create new layer, new layer, white, redo data, 12, width, height, 64, 64, offset is 40, 16, 16, white, opacity, 66, go, export, replace, export, go, let's go. Okay. Copy. No. No. Okay. Paste. No, I didn't want to do both. Delete. Copy name. Rename. C. Control V. Delete and rename. Control V. Oh no. I said Control C, didn't I? Control C. Rename. Control V. Yeah, no. That's what, But. No. Yes. Go. Now it go. Yes. Right on. Right on. Right on. Yes. That's how I want it. Just like that. But now what I want to do. And because the way I am doing, this is still gonna be placeholder walk, but I'm gonna make a copy paste it here. Go back into that one and open with a different thing. I have my drawing tablet plugged in for this reason. Come on. Get my brain walking. So GIMP. No. Not GIMP. But it's nice to know that GIMP has all that new layer data that I can do, where I can preset it to the correct size as needed. So that's good. Once I figure out the exact sizing I want, I can actually just like preset. So, because that's really nice right there. It'll be really nice. Yep. See, it's right there too. You can, it's more legible. More legible because it kind of hides the stuff behind it. That's exactly what I wanted, right there. But I also want to make it pretty. So, to polarize it. Pretty. Oh, wait. We open Krita. Pin spin. Trying not to drop my pin, but I'm spinning it. Okay. Ah! I might just stab my belly button. Yeah. I'm going testing. Not receiving packets. Uh-oh. Stream health bad. And I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, I think. Data. Nope, an hour 15. It's fine. Iode. Hold on. This isn't right. That's right. Go. Set back to black. And I said oh, why do I have an eraser? There. Okay, so we got that. Now I can set move center. Uh-huh. I think that's about center. Yee. Okay. So, I mean, we're doing a dating sim, so like pink. Well, actually, no. Let's do black, gray, dark gray. Yeah. Okay, so false things false. I'm gonna border this, and yeah, no. Wait, wrong one. Okay, there. Let's do something a little thick. Extra thick. Cool. Erase. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Pink. now, pinky, 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 the pinky. Something pretty. No, no. Hold on. I got an idea. No, no, no. No. Ah. Oh, yo, almost. Almost. No, wait, yeah, actually that was not bad. Yay. Okay. Hold on. Let's go dark pink. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yeah. 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 Bruh. Bro. Yo. Yeah, that is nowhere near enough decoration. Hold on. But also this is just prototyping too, so I do need to do a lot more research on how I'm going to do this really. Because I need to make sure I get the layout exactly the way I want it. So I may need like do more like the best way to calculate a good graphical user interface. Grid paper. Lots and lots of grid paper. I have lots and lots of grid paper. So I need to take like numbers and figure this out on grid paper to get the best result. And then I can go from there and just jam the numbers in and go crazy. But for right now, I'm thinking that's pretty good. I kind of want to do a pubbly. Pubble. Yeah, and I'm gonna do this. Do something wild. And then, like, I want to do another flower here. And then I'm gonna go like off of that flower. I want to do like, yeah. So we're gonna get another flower in there. Once I remember how I did the flower in the first place. Let me guess. That was the lines. No, it wasn't. Okay. What was that? This was lines. Okay, lines go down. Lines. Wah wah and wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Calls. So that's our flowers. Those are our petals. Now I'm gonna go back over here. Yeah. Wah wah da wah wah. Wah 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 da wah wah. Yep, there we go. That's it, bruh. The bro. Okay. Okay, now get that dark, deep purple again for the outlines. Okay. You can't even see. I'm in the way again. Okay. And I think I'm gonna go back down a layer and throw a little bit of yellow. Let's see, purple's here. I think a good one would be green, but no, we're going yellow. Really, it should be tertiary. Well, oh. Okay. And then I want to export. Yes. Export, yes. 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 I don't really know, but I don't care. This is the art. Behold, mathematical art for GUI layouts, for such things as my MP3 player. Wah, 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 wah. I think this is it. Did it? Did it? Did it? Did it? It did. Good. I am hitting the bottom of my wine. Or at least this glass. Big glass. Oh. Ah, wah. Wah, wah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this will be title and subtitle. And because this title gets big, check it, homeboy. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just enjoying this. And the buttons, I want to do like, I want to, because I mathematically know where the buttons are, I could do this for buttons. I wonder if I should load this no. I could do an overlay for the buttons, but I have to load it last. Or load the buttons first. If I load the buttons first. If I load text last, but buttons first, and then mid-ground after text, but before, no, after buttons, but before, or it'd be foreground. Foreground would be all the curly bracket stuff in front. Yeah. Bro, I'm going down. My chair is sinking. Oh, I think we're hitting the end. Yeah, but anyway, I think that was pretty cool. I want to do something, and then I will say goodbye. Because I have a big mess to clean up with all of these open art files that I gotta save backups of, and then I gotta go through all the debugging data on like layout locations and figure all that out before I get any farther into. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm pretty satisfied with how it was looking there for a second, and I really like where it's going. It is really coming along now that I got the. It's becoming what it was in my head when I first thought of the idea with the background, the midground background scene, midground character, and foreground image, like UI decorative bordering. So I am like super happy. But I think we're gonna have to call it here, and we gotta say goodbye. And I'm gonna do a little thingy here. So anyway, like always, I want to thank you for watching and tell everyone that I hope you had a good day and a fun time watching, and I had fun, and this is awesome, and I am really liking how this is going. And to everyone out there, thank you for watching, and have a good day, and goodbye.